Oh, yeah. And tell me that tonight you ain't. Yeah, that's that joint.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
I'm
shout
telling
out
you,
to
bro.
Rico, man.
Man,
Rico
shout out
love.
to my wife, because that made me want to fuck right now.
Hey, let's go.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, they done got legendary up in here.
Yeah.
And we can say that. Mario, welcome back to the neighborhood, man.
Man, I appreciate you.
Man, it's so good to see you in here, man.
Listen, listen, let me give you your flowers.
Please
man.
do. I'll take
You're a
them.
legend.
Thank you,
You're
brother.
a legend, bro.
Thank you.
So many legendary moments. You know,
Thank
you
you,
still
brother.
here. Still
Yeah,
got so
man.
much more to go.
God willing, bro.
Feel me?
God willing,
Yeah.
man. And also with you, bro, veteran and relevant at the same damn time.
Man, it's a blessing.
And
Hard
you
work.
And you on fire, bro.
Hard work,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like
You
you
can't
on,
stop.
and it shouldn't, bro. And especially, man, good talent and the way that you sing, bro, and your shows.
Thank you, fam.
Mario,
You didn't
ridiculous,
seen
man.
it. You didn't seen it from
I've
when I
seen
was
it many
you
a
know what I'm saying,
times.
young into being a grown man.
And even as a
going
youngin', man,
crazy.
you took you always, it felt like you always took your craft very seriously.
Man, I had to. Man, I grew up in a household where it's like everybody was like, he the singer.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Singing
So
at
you knew
birthday
early
parties,
on?
church, everywhere. It
You
was
knew
always,
early on?
Yeah,
Did you grow up in a household with music in the household?
for sure.
Yeah,
my mother,
man.
my grandmother. My mother played 90s R&B, 90s hip hop. My grandmother played, soul music, Marvin Gaye, James Brown, gospel music. So I had
When
the
did
whole,
you-
spectrum.
When did you know you had a voice?
When did I know I had a voice?
Yeah, like you could sing.
I would say when I started seeing people that when I did my first talent show.
Right.
And
how old are you
elementary-
at that time?
Like elementary school, 5th grade.
Right.
Right? When you were a kid and all the kids that you fighting with and all of this stuff going on, but they at the talent show going crazy over you now.
Do you remember
Right?
what song it was?
So guess what? I'm gonna tell you. You know Monique, right?
Yes. Oh,
So
I know
her
this.
son, I was in a group with her son,
Yeah.
and we did a talent show in Baltimore. And she put it she got us dressed, we got us suits, and we sung I think we sung like Can You Stand the Rain or something like
New
that.
Edition.
New
You stand-
Edition, something
yeah.
like that. Crazy, killed the talent show. From that moment forth, I knew it was like, okay.
What did you
Singing
feel
and
at
shit.
that moment as like a 10-year-old? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, because you had to feel something because you could reflect back to that memory.
It was just seeing my family and seeing peers of mine just going crazy over the fact that we're on stage singing and the girls was going crazy. It was just all of that. It was seeing my family and everybody that was going to school with me going crazy over the fact that we're on stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just different. As a kid, it was a different thing.
Did you
It was
know you
different.
wanted that?
But I would also say going to barbershops and singing in barbershops and my mother having me going to different places. It was starting to become a thing where I was being noticed for it and known for it. Like, that's the kid in Baltimore that can sing. Like, he grown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, man, and it's crazy when you say you would sing in barbershops. So you knew, and you would kind of sing anywhere. Was it like, you know how your parents put you up for a show, like sing for them? Was moms like that?
Yeah, she was proud.
Yeah, man.
She was proud because I was 5 years old when she first noticed I had the talent. She got me this mic that turned into the radio, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she was asleep one morning. She woke up and she had a girlfriend like, yo, I think that's Mario in there singing. Like, no, listen to her. Don't bother. Just listen. This is the story she telling me.
Right.
So she came downstairs and I literally had on some mismatched socks, some little boxes, and I was just going along with the radio, but I was holding. No, I wasn't singing the words because I didn't know the song, right? But she noticed that I had an ear for music, and from that point on, I think for her it was like, how do I keep him into this? Like, she just kept music around me all the time, buying me instruments, karaoke machine when I was 9 years old. I used to put Drew Hill or Joe, you know what I'm saying, different music in there, and sing along with it.
Did you
Try
feel
to mimic it.
Did you feel like you were destined for that? Like at an early time, because my mom kind of did the same thing for me.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things, man, where I knew I wanted to do something.
Yeah.
And at one point, man, it was like we were homeless. We were going through certain things.
Crazy.
And I remember I told my mom, we were living in a motel at the time, and it was us and it's 7 kids. And I
Wow.
remember I told my mom,
7?
yeah,
That's crazy.
7 of us. So 8 of us in a standard motel room, you know.
Damn.
And I remember telling my mom, I said, I'm going to be famous one day, and I'm going to buy you a house so we'll never be evicted again. And my mom was like, I know you will. Now, at 9, 10 years of age, she could have been like, baby, stop. You know, real things are going on.
Yeah.
But even just to hear her say, I know you will.
She saw it in you.
Exactly.
So-
and she put enough in me that I believed it. You know what I'm saying?
Same energy, man. except it was my mother, it was my grandmother, it was my family, it was, you know what I mean, anybody close to us that ever heard me sing, they were like, yo, he's special.
Yeah, man.
Like, and then when I sang in church, of course, it was like I sang on the busy bee choir, the young choir, and I sang on the older choir. So it was just a lot of like confirmation around the fact that I had the talent. But I won't ever say that I had a dream to be an artist. Like, it was never, nah. That was never, you know, growing up in Baltimore, you don't even have those types of visions.
Right.
You know
How do you keep yourself? And if anybody know Baltimore as well, man, the same way with a lot of different, you know, areas that we grow up in.
Yeah.
You gotta have, you know, there's dreams you can have, there's realisms, and you gotta, you know, it's this and that. And there's also positions where, you know, we could take them wrong turns as well. And sometimes those are easier.
I did start it. You know, it was like there was moments where, you know, it could have went real bad for me.
Yeah, man.
You know, I got adopted when I was 13. It was a lot. When my grandmother passed away, a lot changed for me mentally. You know, she was like she was perfect.
Yeah, man.
My grandmother she was the savior of the family. You know what I mean? She was the person that kept the family together. You know, like really like Big Mama for real. You feel me?
I understand.
And when she passed away, it just, all my hopes of like beautiful life, like the beauty of life, just everything just went dark for me, you know? And my mother at the time, she had her own issues going on. So it was like, she was always gone. I wouldn't see her for months on end. So I started just like getting into the streets and like moving around with different crowds and, you know, selling drugs in school, getting in trouble. And then my aunt adopted me. And then I think I just mentally I was already gone.
Right.
You know, so I was like leaving the crib, not coming home. I was young doing this, like 11 years old. And so there was one situation that happened, and then my mother had to get involved because it was legal situations. And she was like, look, you gotta get out of the city. You know, and that's what kind of changed the trajectory, and I ended up, you know, going in a different direction.
Yeah, so when she said get out of the city, did you get out of Baltimore?
Yeah, I moved to Jersey.
Moved to Jersey.
Yeah, moved to Jersey.
And how old are you around that time?
Like, this is like 13.
Yeah, and
like 13.
and that right there, man, with losing someone that was everything to you. Like, even with me, man, the only tattoo I have, Mario, it says Ida's son.
Wow.
I will always be that.
Is that your grandmother?
That's my mom.
Your mom.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even when my mom passed, that was like everything to me, but I wasn't 13. You know what I'm saying? And the world is not huge, and it's not a lot of family that's like that particular person.
Right.
So it's easy to say, man, in life, and at 13, we'll say, oh, he's young. But at 13, that's all you know. And that's what you connect to, and that's what you love. So that to be taken away.
I would say my grandmother on her dying bed, she told me, though, this is one of the things that stick with me forever. You know, she was like, listen, you're going to go through a lot of things in life. One thing's for sure, God loves you. He gave you a gift. Whatever you do, don't ever give up. She's like, do it for me.
Amen.
To this day, bro, I swear, it's just like, I've never seen, even when people had doubts of me as an artist, and a lot of times it's not even doubt, it's just people just don't believe, you know? I've never doubted myself. My will, my power, my talent, I've never doubted it. I always just knew that it was timing and just continue to work hard.
How many times? And you can't even put a number on how many times you came back to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
God.
when things are going bad, when you need that up.
Or bad. Like, you know, it's like sometimes things are happening for you, not to you.
Right.
You know? And it's just about how you
Say that again.
Sometimes things are happening for you, not to you.
Real talk.
You feel me?
Yes,
and
sir.
It's just about how you perceive it. Your perspective of something can change the whole outcome for you. You know, and that's something that I had to learn over time. And when I became a mystic, I was like 20, 23. And when I started practicing actually putting real energy behind the things that I thought, because you can think something, you can meditate on something, but if you don't put the action with it,
Yeah, man.
don't matter.
Execution, bro.
Execution is everything.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
when your grandmother passed, you're about 13.
Yeah.
And you get signed at 14.
14. Yeah.
So, and every day when it comes to our loved ones, when you lose someone, every day is dark. You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody say, oh, the next year, like, nah, bro, that was a very hard year. You know what I'm saying? So when you get signed at the age of 14, how does that happen for a 14-year-old?
It was a matter of, well, the circumstance was me getting adopted, right? So I got adopted by my first manager.
Gotcha.
And he had already been in the industry for years. You know, he used to, for a circle moment, he actually used to work. He was an A&R for a lecturer for Sylvia Rome back in the day. And now I'm working with Sylvia now. It's crazy. But it was his relationship with my mother that kind of like put me in a position to get signed because he knew Peter Edge and he knew Clive Davis. So I walked in the office one day leaving school in Jersey, started going to school, which was crazy for me. It was a completely different world. You know, I was like completely immersed in a whole different type of culture from Baltimore. And I remember I had on some sweatpants, some Timbs, a Coogee sweater, and I had a Walkman on me. I walk in this office, it's in New York City. I see pictures of like Bon Jovi and Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson with Clive and all. I'm like, what is this? What's going on? So I walk in the office, sang for Peter Edge. He like, man, this kid's talented. Go in the office, sang for Clive. He brought the whole building in there, sang for him. He just signed Alicia Keys like 2 weeks before. She put out Falling like a week after the meeting.
Damn.
Literally. And so it was just an incredible time of music, bro.
Did you know what you were walking into?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, man.
But I soon realized what it was. You know what I mean? Once we started working in the studio and I just seen how the whole machine started working. And it was a blessing, bro. It was a blessing.
How old are you when Just a Friend hits?
15.
15.
It happened quick. It was a year. It was a year, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I went through artists. It was a year of just working hard, being in the studio, getting broken in 16 hours a night, going crazy. Like, it was crazy.
Hey, man, I remember, man, like when my mom passed, right? When my mom passed, I didn't have like aunts and uncles. I didn't have people that passed. I had homies like galore that passed.
Yeah.
But I didn't have something that was so close to me that passed. So when my mom, I always feared my mom passing from when I was a kid. You know, I would even talk to my mom, be like, Mom, you know, I want to go before you. And she'd be like, Kurt, that's nonsense. You know, no mother wants to see that, so on and so forth. So when my mom passed, and I'm telling you this story to see if you can identify with this. When my mom passed, it felt like I had like an angel, like a representative sitting next to God for me.
Talk about it.
So it felt like with my relationship, it felt like my mom was sitting next to God and said, get him away from that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him do this. It almost felt automatic, these life decisions that I was making, because I know I had the best representative sitting next to God that was saying, you know, don't let him get too hurt from this. You know, let him learn from this. Do you feel like you had that same representation?
I think me and my mother relationship was very, the polarities and the pendulum swing back and forth a lot. It was very dark, but it was very light.
Gotcha.
You feel me? And so my mom had multiple different overdoses, you know, while she was alive. So I saw it a lot throughout like just my teenage years. So to me, she was Superwoman. Like, she had 9 lives, maybe 100. You feel me? So when she passed away, I was in complete shock, but I was also like, I had felt that feeling before of knowing that I may never see her again. So I wasn't like, I think the shock happened at the funeral more. Like when I actually seen her body, you know, getting put in the ground, it hit different. Because before that, it was like I seen her, you know, on the hospital bed, like they like, yo, she's in a coma, she ain't coming back, you know. But I'm like, nah, like, don't pull the plug. Like, I'm 17 at this time.
Wow.
I'm like, nah, she gonna be straight. You feel me? And so, cause I come from a family of like praying people. I come from a very spiritual family, you know, religious but spiritual.
Right.
You
Gotcha.
know, ancestry, like rooted in, you know, really strong warriors. So for me, I always knew she was gonna be straight, and she did. She came out of it after being in there for like 4 months. And so when this happened, when she passed away, it changed my perspective on a lot of things, in terms of you can't continue to disrespect God's mercy. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I think that's one of the main things I learned from that, for sure. But I definitely feel her I feel her spirit now more, I would say, because we were separated for a long time. So when she passed, I started feeling her closer to me. She came to see me, like, at least that first week, she came to see me like 3-4 times, bro. And I knew it was her.
Yeah.
I get her energy.
No,
and how the room, like, you know.
Yeah,
I know
100%.
And she hasn't come in a while, but like when she comes to visit me, it's always like a moment where it's a real defining moment where I'm like, okay, I know I'm on the right path. You know, I know she's still here. Like, so I feel you on that. I absolutely resonate with the warriors, the angels, and warriors we have behind us.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
And it's
I
crazy.
don't think death is final. Like you feel me? Like
Yeah,
it's,
oh man,
Yeah.
1,000,000,000%. And I remember the MTV special that you did as well with you and your moms.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not only did we get a chance to look in, but I think it was therapeutic to other people, and there was
Sure.
something that was there
For sure.
other people. Because if you could show us when we look at Mario and we think everything is okay, man, hit records, tours, radio, you know what I'm saying? And then when you could peel off those layers, was that therapeutic for you at the time? Did you know what you were doing at the time?
I wouldn't say it was therapeutic for me at the
Right.
time. At the time, it was just like my team saying, you need to do something to let people in further. It was just at that time, reality shows and like those type of things were popular.
Do you regret it?
I did immediately, but then later on in life, I didn't because it's my truth.
Gotcha.
It's like
It take a while to get
you know what
there
I'm saying?
too, though.
It's my truth.
And it take a
And-
while to get to certain places. And it could be age, it could be wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
And it was a thing where a lot of people, like a lot of fans, I didn't realize how many people actually could relate to what I was going through.
Right.
You feel me? Because I do a lot. I'm very private. I'm a very private person. So up until that point, it wasn't like I really talked about it. So a lot of people would come up to me at shows and be like, yo, I'm talking about street people, street
Yeah,
dudes,
man.
like women, mothers, grandma, like all types of people. Like, yo, I relate to what you went through. Like, you changed my life. Like, you made me realize I can get through this. Like,
Could
I
you
lost
understand that then?
Absolutely. No, no,
Right.
not
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah, not
But
at
it
the
took some time.
Yeah.
It took some time. Even to this day, when people like come up to me and talk to me, I'm like, yo, this is like, it's God. It's
Hey,
our God using you as a vessel.
When we first started off, man, I said veteran and relevant at the same time, which is crazy, man, because when you start doing like even just the math on either like a Just a Friend and,
Yeah.
and we look at certain records now, I think Let Me Love You is going to be 20 years old, what, next year?
I think so. I lost count, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I lost count.
And Just a Friend, I think Just a Friend is what, 2002?
2002.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when you think about that, and they still slap, as E40 would say, to this
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
you can't deny good
I told somebody
music,
the other
bro.
day, I said, man, there's a difference between classics and hit records.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
Like a hit record could be
Yeah.
a hit. It's popping, but classics, they're here forever. They the soul of the records, the ether is just different.
Yeah, man.
You know what
And
I'm
it's crazy because not that you would ever want to, but you could never run away from that.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see you try to get off the stage without doing some of these records and see what happens.
I have. I have.
Well, you didn't like the audience?
No. There's been moments where
Damn.
it's like you ain't like the
Yeah.
Now you know when you go over your show, like, cause I be like getting into it. Sometimes I like look at the time, like I'm 10 minutes over, and they cut your mic off, right?
Yeah.
So you've been in some of the shows.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Fans don't be having.
I
that.
saw them kill. I
They
just
not
saw them
having that.
kill Drake his inner ears
Yeah.
at one of his shows. He was like,
Nah,
wait, hold
they
on.
not having that. No,
Yeah.
we didn't hear "Let Me Love You." We didn't hear "Crying Out." We didn't hear. Nah. So they got to put it back on. They got to give me that extra 5.
Yeah, hell
or
yeah.
7. So
Hey, man,
You know?
do you enjoy music still? Not the music business, because the music business, sometimes it's
business.
like, it's business.
it's,
But
it's like it's going to work. You know what I mean?
how, like, I saw you at Usher show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Usher gave it to you and watching that crowd,
Yeah.
can you still feel that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I feel everything.
Yeah.
I feel all of it, you know? It's reassuring when it comes to back to the conversation of making classics. It's reassuring that to stand the test of time, it's important to invest in the responsibility and the gravity of making classic music.
Right.
Because sometimes that takes more time. You might release, I've released what, man, 4 or 5, like 4 singles over the past 2 years that are all great records. But I have yet to sit down and really make a classic project
Right.
since, I would say my last, you know what I'm saying, independent release, but like since people know, you know, whatever record that people consider to be classic. And so now is that time again. You know, like this year is this is the time to bring it full circle, and it's needed. The frequency of that is needed. That intention is needed.
Can you feel that
Yeah.
there's a different focus on R&B and real singers once again?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Every
Yeah.
time I sing it, go viral or something like it's that time. I mean, Versus showed us that though. Like,
Oh
it's
my
like,
God. Hey, man, that
after
Versus-
Versus, it was like, yo, it's time.
Hey
You feel
man,
me?
that
Like, it's-
verses, bro.
we need
You
it.
sung your ass off.
Man, listen.
It seemed like somebody told you, if you don't do this show just how you did it, we gonna kill your dog.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It was something
I
there.
got 2 dogs too. That's different.
but it
hit
was
different.
something there
Yeah.
that you was like, this ain't happening.
Yeah, man. It was
Tonight.
It just had to go that way, bro. It was like, if y'all would have seen the DMs I was getting
Before or after?
before.
What were the DMs?
It was just like, yo, why would you do this? You about to get washed. This and that. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm about to slaughter everything on the stage.
Did
right
you
now. I'm
did
about to
you
go
know that?
I'm about to go so crazy.
And you knew
It's-
that.
Finish him.
Hey man, I remember watching that, and that's when Versus was like, Versus had got his legs. It was
Yeah, man.
live. It wasn't no longer just in the studio kind of playing your stuff like, you know what I'm saying? There was production, and you
Too
just
much
knew.
production.
Right? Oh, really? Yeah.
Too much production.
Right.
Listen, all you need is a mic. All I need is a mic and just play my music. That's it. That's all I ever needed though. And it was like, for me, it was going back to that moment of just like raw talent.
Who gets in touch with you for Versus? Like, is it in the atmosphere first? Are there is it Mario and other names, or is it
I don't
always
know what was
Mario
going
and
on
Omarion?
behind the scenes, really. I just know that when the conversation started with me and O, was just they reached out to Andy, my business partner. And then I heard some other conversations, but I didn't know how real it was until we started getting into numbers and that type of thing. And so, yeah, I was ready to go. It could have been whatever, at whoever or whatever.
Right.
Because to me, it's like, okay, it's about I'm gonna make it about the talent. Where
Right.
somebody got more hits than me, not whatever. But I think it was fire, man. I think it was the biggest versus.
Yeah. Have you
crazy.
you ever watched it back, or you just left
Yeah.
it there?
Yeah, I got lit one night and I watched it back. And I was laughing like I wasn't in it.
Hey man,
I watched.
and oh, that's my guy. I love him.
Nah, for
but it
sure.
also almost
Shout
got
out
to the
O, man.
point
Shout
where
out to O. Shout out to everybody on there.
it almost felt not, and disrespectful is a bad word. But I remember even when Jeremiah came out, you were like, Jeremiah, don't do it.
That's my bro. Hey, so
Don't
the thing
do it.
about it is, like, for transparency, is that I saw Jeremiah a week before that in the studio. Me, Jeremiah, OT, my nigga A1. Like, we was all in the studio working, just fucking around. My bad.
No worries. Go ahead.
And he was like, man, you about to kill this joint, man. You about to watch everybody. Ooh. I was just like, because I'm not like a braggadocious person. I like real energy. I like to just do it. You feel me?
Right.
And so I was like, yeah. So when I saw him on the stage, I was like, yo, come on.
Oh, you didn't know that Jeremiah was gonna be there till he
nobody
walked
was gonna
out.
be there. All of that was just on the spot. So for me, I was just in the vibe. He got caught in the crossfire.
Right. This
That
motherfucker.
my boy though.
He's
That
still-
my boy though.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
dude, man, you don't even try to be politically correct. You're like, he just got caught in the crossfire, big. Like that's my guy. Like,
I be telling him.
he like, big, you watched it,
There's
right?
a difference between Mario and Rio. Rio, he don't have no type of. He don't care. He like.
So
he like
who was
Baltimore,
that-
Like Rio front. Like he like really.
Who was that versus? Both.
They was both there. Mario was singing, but Rio was the nigga doing all that. I don't know.
His alter ego.
Yeah.
I don't know what, yeah, he was.
Yeah, man. So you say you had a chance to look back at it and watch it, and
Yeah.
and I think, man, like that was one of the most, for me, verses that I was at the house with it loud.
That's crazy.
Loud.
Yeah. So
bro.
tell me what it was like on that end. 'Cause,
Let
like,
me
what,
tell
what
you.
was it?
Let
Like
me
on
tell
the
you,
other end?
watching it at the house, bro, and I'm talking about subbing it.
Like how many people?
Like it was really, dude. It was me and my wife.
Wow.
So we
So y'all
were
got a full
focused.
concert. Okay.
We were focused, bro. And
Okay.
I'm sitting here, and people could talk about like a "Let Me Love You" or something,
Yeah.
bro. When
Yeah.
you started going, it was your catalog
Thank you.
that
man.
we were like, "Oh my God, bro, this dude
Forget.
catalog." And I'm telling you, bro, your voice was so right that you could have came out and sung a song called "Fuck Big Boy."
And you'd have been like,
And
man.
I would have been like, "Whoa, he killed that!" But like your vocal, you
Thank you,
can't.
bro. I appreciate you.
You know, like
Yeah,
you
thank you,
got
bro.
up there, bro, and you performed. You sang your songs,
Yeah.
and that was the one thing. Like literally, I could turn the TV off, the picture, and just have
Listen
the
to the
sound,
vocal.
and I would have still had
That's
the
crazy.
same emotion that I had.
That's fire.
Hey man,
That's
do
fire.
the phone.
It was just like, for me, I felt like it was like me and people at home. I saw the audience, but I was more focused on, you know what I'm saying, talking to the people at the crib.
What did the DMs look like after?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like the whole, it's crazy. It never really stopped. Like from that point on, it was just like, I felt like it was more of like a reconnection, man. It's
Right.
like getting back with your ex that you always had an amazing connection with. But
Hey
now it
man,
can work.
do
Not that I'm
everything
going back to
increase.
anything.
Right.
Put it out there, bro. I'm just saying.
Do the you know how Fat Joe would say today's price is not yesterday's price, and that was coined around those times. Did the phone start going crazy?
Absolutely. But I started putting the work in too for it to stay there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just started working and I just never stopped since then. It was just like, all right, cool. This is like a new wave, a breath of fresh air, you know? And like I said, it was just a reassurance that people still missed and loved and wanted and needed R&B.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do you feel like now, and I kind of briefly asked you this before, but do you feel like now that people are touching into, we starting to see the right kind of tours? You know what I'm saying? We starting to serenade the ladies once again.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we come, like it's in pocket and it's a great time to be Mario again and again and again?
I never felt like it stopped, me personally.
Right, yeah, 100.
But I feel like in terms of like people paying attention and seeing it and
Support.
experiencing it and the desire to see it. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
It's like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? So, you know, we got something coming.
And you guys
we got
are
a
on
crazy
tour,
project
too?
coming. Another single coming. I got a single out right now called Main One. That's
Yeah,
going crazy.
man.
So,
And
yeah.
then with Main One, for one, Lil Wayne's a given. And
Go.
Tyga a king flipper to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
and
for
that
sure.
one right there, even when I first heard it, I was like, man,
Yeah.
it's got to be way more support on this one too, because you ain't playing with it. And the one thing I love about that too, Mario, is that you could take us to Main One, and then you could,
man.
you know what I'm saying? And then you could take us right over here.
That's what I really feel like has kept me relevant over there.
Yeah.
Even when you look at my catalog, you listen to a record like
Oh my God.
Let Me Love You, then you go
Hey,
to
man.
a breakup.
Let me
Then you go to a crying. Like, it's just, you know, I always try to continue to show people like the versatility in what I do.
Man, there
I think
is
that's what it
one.
is. What you
This
about to
right
play,
here.
man? What you?
Hold on.
Oh, thinking about you, man.
Bro,
Yeah. Okay.
this one right here, this
Yeah.
is me and my wife, bro. It's almost disrespectful.
Party is over.
Oh my God, bro.
Everyone around us is leaving. That's when I want you to come closer. Yeah, that's that good.
Hey man,
Yeah,
I'm
shout
telling
out
you,
to
bro.
Rico, man.
Man,
Rico
shout out
love.
to my wife, because that made me want to fuck right now.
Hey, let's go.
I ain't gonna even lie
Let's
to you,
go.
bro.
She the main one.
Oh my God, bro.
She the main
She's
one?
the only one.
Yeah. I love it.
Hey man, but no, that right there, bro. When people say music is the soundtrack of your life,
Yeah.
that is so true, bro. And it's crazy how you
God.
could say, man, I had this. Let me turn this off. I had this influence, I had that influence, but now you're the soundtrack and been the soundtrack to people's lives, bro.
That's the art, though.
Yeah, man.
That's the art of it. That's the magic of it all. And like, you got to continue to, and really, it's really about telling stories, man. It's like getting back to that. Like, that's storytelling is the thing that connects everything. You think about religion, is storytelling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some of the greatest books ever written, storytelling.
Yes, sir.
You know, people come here to, you're a storyteller.
Yes,
This is
sir.
storytelling, right? So music is just another form of that, but you put melody to it, put the right vibes, you put the right storyline behind it, and then you create something that people can relate to, but also something that's special to you, and we put that all together with some textures, and you present it in the form of art and a movie and an expression and an experience, right? So that's what I feel like God put me here to do.
Yeah.
Even outside of music, you know, writing stories, different. I'm working on a museum right now. There's a lot of creative things I'm doing outside of that to kind of pull it full circle.
And
Yeah.
and when you say working on a museum, what is that?
I can't tell you the idea because
Oh,
then
you
somebody
can.
could
You
take
just
it.
don't want to.
You
No,
know?
yeah, that is true. Because you
But
know
I would
me,
tell you-
I would definitely call my lawyer and have it.
You
before
be trying to you getting up out of here?
yeah,
You
in
getting
a
up outta
major
here,
way. I'm
big?
trying to find my next
I'm
move.
just saying, big. You golden this, man. You know, you can do this anywhere, really.
Yeah,
right?
that-
You could be in the whole other.
I just like being in here, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
had the museum idea, I would definitely leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. But also,
Yeah.
man, it seems like you continue to love music. You continue to
man.
do what you do, and I know that you know you on stage, bro. You're gonna kill it on stage.
Appreciate you.
And there's
Yeah.
also a tour. Is it you, Neo,
Yo, me, Neo, and now Pleasure P. It was Robin
Okay.
Thicke, but
Yeah,
now me,
yeah.
So full circle moment, champagne and roses. You know, right in time for the fall.
Serenading the ladies, bro.
You know, they say pick your favorite liar and stick with them. Like, is that is that season? You know what I'm saying? If you back in school with the kids, you know what I mean. This your night out with you and your lady. Come on, pull
man.
up. It's gonna be crazy.
Hey man, is it crazy? And I know you and Neo have done shows before, but I remember Neo was talking about how Jay-Z still get at him for "Let Me Love You."
Yeah,
Neo got a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, but did you know when you were making "Let Me Love You," like when we say, did you know that it was a hit or did you know it was a classic?
I felt like it was a classic. I didn't know it was a hit.
Right.
But I felt like because of the content of the song and because of the mood of the song that it was a classic. I did not know it was a hit. Just because at that time, R&B was being redefined. And I was working with Scott Storch and I had so many great records. I didn't know which ones were going to be the ones that stood out. And as an 18-year-old artist coming off of a 15-year-old introduction, what is that song that's going to cross, like make women and make people feel like, okay, he's a young. It's hard. That second album is a real.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, man.
It's a slippery slope. So when that hit, it was like, okay, got that out the way.
You're 18.
You know what I'm saying?
And "Let Me Love You."
I'm 18, my boy.
Hey man, and it's crazy because
18,
at
my
18,
boy.
and it ain't even about where that record is and what we feel about it today.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that day. That was an 18-year-old that did a song that was for 18-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 35, 50, yeah. 60 years, you know what I'm saying?
I was living in Miami going crazy. Like I didn't know nothing about that song. Was opposite from everything I was living. But I was the vessel.
How did that land to you though? Like do you hear it? Somebody say, "Hey, I think we got one there." You know, Schaefer Neo wrote this song and
it was a writing camp, bro. It was literally a house. We was all in the house.
You got that in
parties.
A writing camp?
Yes, bro. Neo came in, and it was multiple different people. EST was there. Multiple different writers coming in. EST had just did Me, Myself, and I for Beyonce. It was like, there was a lot going on. And he came in and he wrote multiple songs, and this was one of them. And so it was just like, okay, next day, another day of just recording multiple songs.
Did you get "Let Me Love You" on the lyrics?
But the crazy part about "Let Me Love You" is,
go ahead.
We did the record, and the next day, the session, everything like disappeared, like was gone.
Like what was recorded got
Everything
deleted or something?
Got deleted.
So you have to work that magic again?
But this time I felt like it was more special. It was like I had listened to the record all night. I was like, yo, this record's a vibe. It's crazy. And it was some things I wanted to re-record over anyway. So when I went back in, it was just like I was just taking it through and through, take by take, like going all the way through the record, like just giving it a different vibe. So I think the second version was actually better. It was more intentional. It just hit different. So,
when you hear "Let Me Love You," is it when in writer's camp, are you looking at the lyrics or did Neo make you a reference track?
It was a reference track.
Okay, so you could
Trying
hear
to find
some
a
of the
reference out there. That's a
No. Is it out there? No, I'm just playing. But
nah, I think yeah, it was a reference. It was a reference track.
And so you hear it and you know exactly what you can do with it as well.
Yeah, I listen to it, I vibe with it. You know, I go in the booth and I start just, putting my own sauce on it. Yeah.
Now let me tell you, man. Your name, at one point people would always say Mario. Now every Mario that I know, I call him Mario.
Yeah.
And then even with the neighborhood, they was like Mario. I was like, man, he says Mario. Yeah. And then when you came in, I was like, Mario. You was like Mario. I was like, what the
It's
what
it's
happened?
a New York thing, man. I was living in New York for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like Jersey for a minute. So it was like, that's what people were saying. It's like, Mario, nigga, Mario, what's up, Mario? It's like a slang.
Right.
It's
right.
Like, so that's where it came from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 106 in Park, all of that. Like.
And so have you had to been going around for, decades saying Mario, man?
I'm like, it's Mario. Right. They even caught me for a minute. I did it. I might have said it a few times. Like,
yeah, because you can't tell me
younger, but
I haven't heard you say Mario.
If my mother was here right now, she'd be like, why y'all calling my son Mario?
Really?
Like, she'd be like, it's Mario.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another thing that we got to put out. You know what I'm saying?
We just put it out right here.
There it is right there. But you got to say
Yeah.
something crazy too, because everybody want clickbait. Believe that, man. Do you look at social media?
Yeah.
Or you just know how to use social media?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. Like I look at it, of course. You know, it's like I don't let it like change me in any way or trigger me in any way. Like whatever it is what it is. I like, so I think it's useful.
Yeah, very
You
much
feel
so.
me? It's
Very much
necessary.
so.
It's, you know, you can look at the memes, like it's fun. You know, it's like the new TV, bro. Like I don't
Oh
even
my
watch
God.
TV. What do you need TV for when that's like, you feel me?
Hey man, what do you do to kind of? We know that you love your craft, and you're perfect at what you do. What do you when you want to get away from it?
Go to an island somewhere. I just
Yeah.
came back from Turks and Caicos. I was on the island for my birthday, chilling, bro.
Oh yeah, happy birthday
Well,
to
I
you.
just appreciate
Belated,
you.
happy
Yeah.
belated, man.
Yeah.
I'm September 8th, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Virgo. Hello.
Virgo shit, man. Come on.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Salute.
Easy call. So,
Salute.
what did you do in Turks and Caicos, or who did you do in Turks and Caicos? Hello.
Hey, man.
Was it a quiet time, or y'all turned up?
Both.
Yeah.
Both, man. I was out there just living life, man. You know. Just,
Do you go to Turks a lot, or
Nah, that was my first time there.
man? Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's a beautiful
That's
place.
that's my wife's like destination. Like
Yeah,
she
it's
loves
easy.
Turks.
It's easy. I had to come back and get straight to work. So,
Yeah.
you know, I had
Man,
something
how
soft,
beautiful is the
something
water,
soft
bro?
out there with me, so it was
As
nice.
you- as you
feel
should,
me?
brother.
It was a vibe.
You
man.
said
We
something
enjoyed it.
soft, huh?
For sure.
I ain't mad at you,
crazy.
bro. Hey, man,
Yeah.
are you braggadocious enough where have you ever smashed to your own music, or is that weird to you?
Playlists is, hey, when you on playlists and shit just
Yeah,
going,
just pop
you
up
don't
on-
stop it like, oh, that's it, nah.
Hey, man,
But
do
when
you
when your own shit come on and you in something soft, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta make it a little more.
Yeah. Tattoo their brain, huh?
Feel me?
Hey, man, do you ever trip off, like, if you're in a store or somewhere and your music just comes on?
Do I trip?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't trip.
You don't
Like
have that feeling
Nah,
where it's like, damn, like, man,
nah. I just look around and see who's singing it.
Right.
See like if it's shifting the energy a little bit, just like, you know.
hey, man,
But I don't trip,
do
nah.
you know you're famous?
Do I know I'm famous? Yeah, I do know I'm famous.
Do you know the Mario privilege?
In some cases,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, if
sure.
you were to go somewhere, like, I saw the video of you at Usher's show. You
Yeah.
know you can get in there. Say, for instance, there's
sure.
a basketball game going on tonight. Can you walk up, or a concert, can you walk up without having a ticket?
In some cases, depending on who it is. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's
Not
like,
that Beyonce thing. She
Yeah,
was
nah,
charging
you-
everybody.
but, yeah, be different.
Good Lord have mercy, man.
Yeah,
She
very
charged
different.
Jay-Z to get in there. yeah.
Nah, in some cases it depends, you know what I mean? But it's like most of the time we set up shit beforehand. But yeah, like, you know, the face card definitely work, man.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like, you put the work in for that.
Yeah.
You know?
And use it to your advantage sometimes. It's crazy, man, because at my worst moments of like being broke, I mean, like, I remember one time me and my homies, man, we had this, we went to the store and we got a video. It was $2.17 to take it back.
Yeah.
And out of the three of us, we didn't have $2.17
That's crazy.
out of the three of us. And now I go somewhere and people are like, oh, big, you know, man, oh, we got you. And I'm like, damn.
Oh, for sure. I went to AT&T recently. I lost my phone in the airport, right? And so I called AT&T. You know, they tell you, oh, you got to get a passcode on. And it kept failing. I'm like, how's my passcodes keep failing, whatever. So I went to the store. When I move around, like sometimes I wear masks and stuff and just like be discreet, whatever. So I took it off and I'm telling the guy, I'm like, look, even your bosses are not letting me get this new phone. It's not letting it go through. And she's like, hey, you're... I was like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm me. I need my phone.
Yeah,
And so
man.
she put the whole, like, she pushed it all the way through past the, I don't want to get nobody fired.
Right.
She pushed it all the way through. Like,
Hey, man, when you
Shit like
lost your
that.
phone, did you
Yeah.
have a lock code on it?
I did.
Okay,
I
yeah.
still was nervous, though.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was
I
like,
was saying.
I started looking at the phone, like, yo, you can kind of see the fingerprints. I hope nobody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't know how surgical somebody would get with it.
Yeah, man. Was there
Yeah, but
anything
nah.
on there that you was nervous about? Hell yeah, it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he
For
said
sure.
absolutely.
But at the same time, not. Because, you know, you don't know about the vault. Well, you wouldn't need to know about the vault. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know about the vault.
don't know.
Anyway, it's a vault in there. Like,
In your
you
phone?
Yeah, you know about it because you shook his head.
Nah, he not
Yeah.
even on iPhone.
Oh, you not?
Yeah, he on that SkyTel still.
It's another thing in your phone, like that you can like put an extra lock on there, like it's an extra vault. Literally, a vault folder would takes a lot. You feel me?
Yeah, well, I'm not no R&B
So you gotta get
sensation either.
into
though.
my phone, then you gotta get through that. So.
Yeah, well, you're an R&B sensation too. And you know what I'm saying? Things move for you
Extra
a little bit
precaution.
different. Like, what am I gonna
I
put in
gotta
there?
take extra precautions.
I'm
like,
gonna put pictures of
I
my
go
son's
through
basketball game in the vault.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I don't
Nah, I
want
ain't gonna
nobody
lie.
seeing Jaden Duncan. I don't want nobody looking at my daughter while she's practicing for her cheerleader.
Oh God, no! I go through my my photos all the time to make you get new phones to upload to make sure nothing crazy uploaded because I don't never know who really have access.
Yeah, man.
Like,
That's
you
real
know how
talk.
crazy it is. So I always go through and just like delete anything that could be like crazy. I'm like, damn, I thought I deleted this.
Hey
video.
man, what about
Get rid
like
of it.
hotels too? Do you make sure that you take everything out Like
you
you can't leave nothing.
Nah, so I just use the little lockbox they be having in the hotels, and sometimes I just take my whole bag with me.
Yeah, I'm talking about when you checking out. Do you make sure like, yeah, because I would definitely be in your room like, oh, Mario was there.
Yo, I done lost all types of shit in the hotel. I ain't gonna lie. I done left crazy things under there. I done left the sheets looking crazy. I done left.
Like I said,
I don't know how many hotels I done stayed. I done done everything, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
right. And you got to think, man.
And I be wondering too. I be like, yo, what do the housekeepers be thinking when they leave?
They're
Like hotel rooms, like
they're like, who was this? And why I wasn't here last night?
right.
But and you got to think, man, like you've grown up in the business, so there's a lot that we went through at a certain age that you're supposed to go through. You're supposed to celebrate. You're supposed to live a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're supposed to crash the car a little bit, and then when you look back, you probably had some wild times. Like, damn, I made it through that. But yeah, of course, man. Like when you give somebody at 15, you know, a hit record, then at 18 catapult their lifestyle. Come on, man. Everybody can't handle that.
Yeah. So the life, it's like it's a different school. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're immediately put in a position where you can't make the same mistakes anybody else can. So the pressure's different. You got to move different and just.
Hey, man.
I think you just got to govern your life in a more elite way. Not elite in the sense of classism, but elite mentally.
Right.
For me, I've always been that person, though. I've always been like that, even from a kid.
And you got to think, like, probably some of your craziest moments of like, man, you know, I'm celebrating. It was before we had these two. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I always tell people that. I'm like, yo,
my God.
We had so much more fun when we didn't have phones.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now
you could take different risks. You just, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
man.
Now when I have a gathering, I got people, I'm like, yo, make sure, take all everybody's phone, bro.
Yeah, you down there got to do that Dave Chappelle where you had a sleeve that they got to put their phone in.
Oh, God.
Like, man.
Take everybody's phone.
Yeah, and everybody now, Mario,
but
everybody.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's usually like if I'm with people that I'm not like
comfortable with. Yeah.
But like, usually I'll try to have people around that I don't got to do that with. But for the most part, if we out and like, whole gang there, like everybody got
you right.
Yeah, man. I
got a partner of mine. We've been down for over 35 years, easy, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here yesterday. He was taking a picture of me in a selfie with him back here. It was Jose. It was Jose, man. And I'm like, Jose, bro. Like, I was like, man, are you serious? I was like, you can't put that up because I can get compromised with what I have over here. Then he was like, no, I'm not putting that up. Of course you were gonna put that up. You know what I'm saying?
I got shit in my phone.
But don't
never be seen.
Please, well, don't let him get next to your phone.
Oh boy, right here.
Yeah, Jose, man. Yeah. You see, as soon as
you be selling it to the.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, he waiting for you. He hoping you leave that water because that's what he do. He gonna get a DNA swab, all kind of stuff. For real, for false, Mario. If I ask you a question, for real is the answer. Give it to me for real. This happened.
Yeah.
For false.
So wait, you want me to say for false?
Yeah.
Or you say false?
Yes.
Just
you
say
can
for
just
real
say
or
for
false?
false. Yeah. Just
right,
say what's comfortable. But it's called for real, for false,
right,
for
bet.
false. Alrighty. He was singing "I'll Make Love to You" when a producer discovered him.
For real.
Okay.
That was a part of it, yeah.
Okay, so you were singing "I'll Make Love to You."
I was singing,
and you're
all
what?
Nasty shit.
14, 13, 12.
I was a nasty little nigga.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I did "I'll Make Love to You." Now I'm gonna do "Me So Horny."
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then I came out saying I want to be just a. It was crazy. It's like, okay, cool.
Just a friend.
We're gonna make it
yeah,
clean.
and that's crazy, man.
But I'm gonna tell you, my first album, I was saying a lot of nasty shit that y'all didn't know I was saying. Like, I was always using metaphors though. Like when I sang "Braid My Hair," it was like, "Send me down like you love me, do it anywhere you want, baby, take it slowly, front to back, side to side, crisscross, get creative with it, girl, do your thing." You feel me?
And how old are you on "Braid My Hair" again?
I was 14.
But
I was talking about.
Yeah.
But I was talking about a girl I was dating at the time, and she would always braid my hair. So my shorty.
Oh yeah, of course.
So we talking that shit.
You know how serious getting your hair braided at 14 is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Easy. I'm not going to ask for real. Did you lose your virginity? But at such and such. For real. Mario know how to play the drums.
For real.
Really though.
Yeah. Like I'm in the pocket though.
Right.
All the tricks, but I'm like the pocket's serious.
Really
serious
though.
Pocket,
Had that always been, or is it something you kind of picked up along the way?
I think I sing with a lot of rhythm. Like even when I sing a cappella, like, you know, the rhythm is there, so you can go with it. It feels like the actual record. So naturally,
okay.
I just think I'm a pocket person, like the rhythm.
Hey, man, now I can go ahead. I think I just go for false on this one for you, but I'll ask you anyway. He took a vow of celibacy for a year. For
That's
false.
real, bro.
No, it's not.
No, that's
right.
real. No, that's real. That's
A
real.
vow of celibacy?
I don't like the way that sound.
Right,
I just decided to
not to.
Yeah, for a whole year I did it.
Did you know that? Did you say to yourself, I'm not going to do it for a year?
Well,
or did you just kind of like, damn, it's almost been a year?
No, it was a whole thing. Like, this was a time in my life where I started practicing just a lot of different energetic work.
Gotcha.
Right? And so a part of that was not eating for almost 26 days. I know it sounds crazy. Anyway, but yeah, not eating for
Eating nothing?
Yeah, nothing. It was just like a liquid diet.
Right, gotcha.
26 days.
Yeah, because you know you had all that weight you had to lose.
But you said weight, right? So we look at physical weight, but it was a lot of also energetic weight.
Gotcha.
So it's both. So I did that, and then after that, that's when that started.
Okay.
I just was like, you know what?
So
Let me just try the whole. And
it was a time.
It was the closest I ever felt to God. I'm gonna be honest with
Gotcha.
you. Yeah.
He's not on any dating apps because his DMs are popping.
Facts. I mean, if I really look at it, yeah, that's facts. But
so you're not
I just
on any
never been
of
in the dating apps though.
Right.
I don't really go in the DMs unless I'm expecting something.
And I think you are a dating app if you wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you could definitely do your own swipe left and right and all that stuff, man. Like,
definitely could.
Like you could literally, and keep it real with me, for real. If you wanted to get up,
catfish out here for all that,
bro.
Oh my God, I like to see it in
it's
person.
Even
I gotta
worse,
see what's going on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Oh my Lord, man,
I gotta see the real thing. You know, I can't trust the apps, bro. You can do anything. You could make yourself look like Beyonce and Kim Kardashian had a baby.
Dude, I've seen it.
You know what I'm saying? And
I've seen it, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's sometimes, man, even people that I follow, I look and I'm like, whoa, that's him? Like, yeah, even one of my coworkers. I be like, man, no, just
that's crazy.
I be like, man. Natalia, if you will.
Mario, I have to confess, Step Up is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, wow.
It's a classic, and of course, I always remember you from it. What memories do you have from that movie? And while you were making it with Channing Tatum, did you realize that it was going to be this classic that people still love?
Memories. I shot it in Baltimore. We shot that movie in my hometown. So I was at home shooting that. So it was just a lot of just like, you know, good vibes and just, it was epic for me. You know what I mean? Growing up in the city that I'm shooting a movie in, as well as I shot my first music video in Baltimore. Yeah. So it's just, you know, just those moments is unforgettable. But I think that the cool thing about it is my character was loosely based on Quincy Jones in some ways. And his, like, something that had to do with him and like the School of the Arts or something. But no, I didn't know. I didn't know how big it was going to be. I just thought it was, I thought that the acting was great in it. I thought that it was a great storyline, but I didn't know how big the movie was going to be.
Did you realize Channing had those dance moves?
Nah, I think that was his first time, like, really dancing in a movie and, like, going crazy like that. But nah, I didn't know that he was going to take it from there and then go to Magic Mike and go crazy. But yeah, he did his thing. Shout out to everybody in that movie.
And one more little question. What is your love language?
I have multiple. I have so many love languages, and it depends on who I'm dating. Right now, my love language is support, whereas affirmation, physical touch is a big one, big language of mine. Acts of service, and I would say outside of the typical love languages, just like communication and creativity.
What's your love language?
Yeah.
Acts of service, quality time, and words of affirmation. I need to kind of be told, like, I still love you.
Or get your shit together, girl.
Right.
I got you, but get your shit together. We're gonna get this.
Get down with that outside validation. Jesus Christ. Now we know
you
we
gotta have. You can't. Hold on. It ain't all sugars and cream all the time. You know?
Nah, I gotta make a note of this. Now I gotta fucking compliment her more.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I would have you write compliment for me, but I don't know exactly how you gonna spell it, Jose. All righty, y'all stick it. You feel better now?
I do.
All right, man. That was an amazing question.
Thank you for those questions.
Yeah,
I was waiting for y'all to talk. I'm like,
yeah, man. Hey, man, that was
like Big Boy.
Beautiful.
You tell him don't say no when you get in here.
I don't point.
Just listen.
I don't point.
You just say it. So how'd you get the name Big Boy Neighborhood? Like what came from the how you
Because you and you've known me long enough to know the big boy. When I was, I was over 500 pounds.
Yeah.
And then with Big Boy's Neighborhood, when I first got into radio, it was just Big Boy. And then when I was in the afternoons, we used to do 1 hour called Big Boy's Neighborhood. And that was like when we did like it was like a countdown. So it was like called the Funky 4 plus one more. We would play 4 songs in the 5th one, and you had to call us back and give us the songs. That was Big Boy's Neighborhood just for that hour.
Fire.
You're a Big Boy. And then once I got the morning show, the entire show became Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Man, that's fire, man.
Yeah, man.
That's fire. Legendary.
They didn't even know that, huh?
Legendary.
Y'all been with
man.
me for years, and no one asked that question. He been here, 30, 45 minutes.
Legendary.
That's very true.
Hey, man, thank you for caring
You
enough to
already
ask
know,
me that question, Mario.
Come on, man.
You got all this stuff on your plate, and you find time to make it about me. And they here with me every day. And
Man, we've been doing this shit, man.
yeah, so have they though. So that's what's so sad about it, man. They don't want to know me. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to know me.
You always
Nah.
ask how you're doing.
Oh, easy. Ask how I'm doing. Yeah. You're gonna ask because you worried about if I fall out, your job's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
real, guys.
people depend on me waking up. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be neighborhood.
I send you that good morning text.
Sometimes
morning,
people,
yeah.
I think sometimes people be scared to get too close to the boss, though.
Yeah, man. Well, I don't know.
It's a difference.
I think we got.
Imagine I was like,
I think
It's
we
a
got a good
different-
running thing.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
fire.
saying? Of
That's
course they're
fire.
gonna say that in front of me. You know what I'm saying? When I leave, but you, how's your ship?
Yeah.
Is it easy? Like, because I know you run an empire.
Mm-hmm. You're sure.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of authority or boss or you know what I'm saying? Is Mario?
For me, my thing is, bro, I want everybody around me to continue to grow. It's like I like to empower people to be and give them positions to flourish in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely micromanager though.
Oh, really?
My problem is that I see everybody's job and I could do everybody's job if I had the time to.
Right.
I feel like I could.
Right.
In my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm a Virgo. If I had 3 of me, it'd be a problem for you.
Oh yeah.
Like, you feel
And
me?
with me,
And so I'd be like, because when I was doing the independent thing, I was the artist and the businessman. So I still got that mentality. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very involved. And sometimes I gotta force myself to take a seat back and let people do their jobs. Because
I
sometimes
understand
you
that.
can really like make people uninspired by too much micromanagement.
right.
When it's like, I just asked the hour ago, but I'm expecting the answer in the hour. And if there's no communication, not even I'm still working on it. I get like, yo, what's going on with this? Like,
Right.
you feel me? So yeah, I'm
But
working
you,
on
and
that.
I
But
think that
I'm
you
like,
have to,
I'm
you
just
have
like
to
that.
have some of that too.
Yeah, I'm
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying?
All the
Because
way,
I
do and do.
learned the hard way that you can't be cool like that with everyone. And I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
I overlooked out, and I still do.
Yeah.
But I had to learn, like, damn, I got to learn how to separate myself from this as well.
But I'm gonna say, man, luckily everybody on my team right now has been a boss in their own right
Okay.
before they started working with me.
key words are right now.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? So that means that you've been through exactly what I'm talking about as well.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be hard because I'm gonna ask you now, just as a boss, and just looking around, and you've been in here long enough. If you were to let someone go from this room right now,
Nice.
just because, and you've seen, like, I think Natalia
had to let
asked the question.
somebody
Yeah,
go?
yeah. And keep it real. Natalia, Ani, Louis G.
I don't know. It's kind of hard, man. You always need some good energy. You know,
Yeah,
you gotta
and they're
keep the
good
vibes
energy.
Don't
over
go
here.
by looks, though.
You got 3 guys
Don't go
and
by
2
looks,
women.
though.
Well, he
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
already, man. This is my partner.
Yeah.
So he not even in the equation.
He's by default. He's
Yeah,
working.
he's by default.
I feel like honestly, Big.
Yeah,
If
It's Louis,
you
huh?
felt like
Come on, man.
it is, man. It is. You just
I felt like if you felt like that needed
keep
to
it real,
happen,
like verses. Who would it be?
where the tequila at? Where the Don Julio at?
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice of you, but I know that you can't
Who's
even.
the guy in the mask? Man?
That's
I don't know, man.
well, Constantine don't
Hey,
really
man,
work
we
with
ain't-
us.
Yeah.
We ain't with the mandates, man.
Well,
We
he
might have
is,
to
man.
know,
Well,
man.
he's active with COVID right now.
Oh shit.
No, just bullshit. Look at you. Yeah, you with that mandate now, huh? My man dropped that shit. He was like, we ain't with it. What's it with that mask?
hold
We
on.
with them mandates.
Because
He
I'm
got
like-
COVID. My man said, oh shit.
Some people really take that personal. Like,
Yeah.
like my bad.
Man, I was like, he got COVID right now. Oh shit. Hey, man. Oh, man. I gotta get on over to Charlemagne in there. No, man, look at this, man. We sure enough got to wrap this up. Oh, man. Main one. Available for you right now on all platforms.
All platforms, man.
Yeah.
Main one everywhere.
He was like, man, I'm going to wrap this up, Unc. Yeah. Thank you so much, bro. You know I got shows, right? You know I got shows. What's that? What is it? What does his tattoo say?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Which one?
This what you gonna ask another man?
He's gonna jump me.
All right.
Nice.
Which
And
one?
you,
This one right here?
and you know there's 3 T's in tattoos, right? Yeah. What do your tattoos say? What do your tattoos say?
Oh shit! This
Yeah.
one right here says wisdom is power. Wisdom is power in Arabic.
What is it?
Wisdom.
Is power in Arabic.
Right.
Okay.
Does that make your life any better?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh. One more thing. Your glasses. What kind are those? Yeah. This guy. Thank you. Hey, man, I'm so glad that you asked that because it added so much to the interview. And I love that you took the time to write it
Really
down.
write it down and sneak it to you.
As well, yeah, man. Thank you so much. What could I have done if
He's
I
trying
don't
to
get this?
solicit to get a mic.
Yeah,
He
man.
like basically saying he can.
Yeah, you see, there's no mic in front of him, and that's by default. I mean, that's by design. We took,
Yo, yeah, okay.
literally, we took when they
took-
designed the studio. I said,
He's
man,
like,
don't
yo,
put no
him
mic
right
over
here.
there.
Don't put no mic over
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And make sure this mic can't stretch over here in case she's not here one day.
yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes we try to scoot over there through
You
the Thali
really
until-
a Virgo. We
Oh,
think through
real talk?
every
Oh,
we
my
think
God.
through every fucking
thought I didn't?
possible scenario.
And he used to try to scoop by Natalia to use her mic till she maced him.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? After
That's
she maced
crazy.
his ass twice, never again. Mario, thank you for coming into the neighborhood,
already
man.
know, man.
Your
Love.
energy
Appreciate
is
y'all.
incredible,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
And I'm hoping that the tour swing out here as well, man.
We
Champagne
did 3
and
dates
Roses.
on the West Coast
I
already.
know my
Closest we
wife
coming
went
to San Diego.
Let me tell you what's cold about it, man. I was
Talk
out of
to me.
town. And you
okay.
guys did like the 909s. And my wife, she don't ask for nothing, especially when
Yeah.
like she'll do the Beyonce, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man, she made sure.
She was in there.
Come on,
Fire.
bro. Her and
That's
her
all right.
friends.
Hey, listen, that's from Versus when y'all was sitting there watching the joint.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? She was
bro.
like, we gotta pull up.
And you sing extremely amazing, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
And your craft, bro. You could tell you work on it and you care about it, and you're not robbing us. You're not getting over on us, bro.
Nah, man,
you know what I'm
it's-
saying?
it's-
So
I do this for Elton East Hardaway, man. That's my grandmother. You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me? I do this like I really do this for her. I do this for my mom. I do this for the people who believe in me since day one. You feel me?
hey, man.
And I also do it for the love of it. I really love this shit. So I ain't
And
going
stay the
nowhere.
man and stay the brand,
Yeah.
bro. And we appreciate you. And God willing, bro, we'll see you back up in here soon.
Appreciate you.
Hey,
Like,
man, can
yeah.
I get that right now?
Well, you want me to sing it?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come
Let's
on,
go.
bro. Hey, man.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna tell you straight up, Mario, you can't do this with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I've never
No, I'm not
really
talking about
seen
you. I can't do this. I can't say, hey man, sing such
That's
and
what I'm
such.
trying to
'cause
say.
everyone-
I never really seen you do this with anybody.
Yeah, because I
You
gotta
don't really
trust
be
it
doing
first
this.
because I don't want to embarrass any. You know
You're
what
like,
I'm saying?
man, I'm gonna go. I'm 30 years in. I can't just have anybody.
Yeah. And then I also look
Yeah.
out for people. There's been times, bro, when I've had
You
to
be
like,
knowing, so
we're
you
not
be
gonna play.
knowing when
One
That's
1
crazy.
billion%.
you invested in it.
One
like you
billion percent because
Hey,
I'm here
that's love of you.
to make sure
Some
that
people
we
just
get
want
the
the clicks.
best energy. Nah, brother, I've been here. I was here before the click and debate. So you know what I'm saying.
God.
So I
feel you.
developed relationships. So with this one, let's make it happen, man.
Okay.
Oh man, hold on. Look at everybody. Oh, now everybody want to put up cameras, huh?
Hey,
Look at you. Even over here. Aren't you supposed to be in church? Jesus
said it at
Christ,
the
man.
beginning.
I
You
ain't,
said
I didn't warm up yet, but
Yeah.
we just gonna go.
I'm,
We just gonna go.
I'm gonna have the moment, and usually, and you probably gonna think like what I do,
should have
man.
brought the instrumental for May 1 too, so I can
Oh
to
my
give y'all a little
God,
concert
man.
one morning vibes.
Well, you be back, right? Yeah.
There we go.
Don't make it
Let's
seem
get
like we one and done. Here we go.